Greetings from here and beyond. I am Merlin. Life, dear friends, life. A nice life is not a true life. You are humans, you are divine beings, and you are also Merlin. A true life is when your life is the result of your passion. A true life is when you live the life with your heart, with your feelings, with your clarity, and fully present. The human life, so filled with rules, so filled with that limitation. Always the human life will not be a standard for openness. The real openness is when you open your heart, when you open your passion, when your soul is present in your life and you are dedicated to this. That Atlantean dream, like human and divine to go together on earth, need this openness, need this clarity, this complete and continue true and presence into your life. When we arrive to you at these meetings, it is this layer of rules, of what music to use, how it is permitted, and this indeed create a lot of disturbances in what is the real openness. I am Merlin, and I am present here, right now. We record this session in order to present you the Council of Dragons, the Council of Clarity. You can use any of these names exactly how you prefer. Clarity. Clarity, it is not something for the mind. The clarity of the mind is just an effect of the real clarity, because the real clarity, the natural clarity, occur beyond the mind. I invite you to relax. I invite you to breathe deeply and to listen together few minutes of music. In this time, please relax your body, relax your mind, and be fully present. Come into this present. Be the real self. And invite also your dragon to be here with you in these moments. Feel his breath. Become one with his breath. guide you to the doors of the Dragon Council. The hall is prepared for you. If you choose. Indeed, you can see near the doors our dragons. You cannot enter here like an ordinary human. Only when the connection with your dragon is clear, is deep and present into your life. Our dragons will recognize yours. If you want to come here just like a human, with the mind, just for the nice, your place is not here. If you want to go deep in your soul and to be with your dragon as well, then your place is here. So, dear friends, Council of Dragons, it is a challenge even for an embodied, realized master. Council of Dragons is a part of our program, is the core of the Merlin's Ark. The core of the Merlin's Ark. The Council of Dragons, the Council of Clarity, it is about frequencies. Frequencies, dear friends. In one of our sessions, we told you magic means frequencies, not formula, not mantras, not hocus pocus. Magic means frequencies. In order to use frequencies, you need clarity. That divine clarity which can come into your human life only due your dragon presence. This clarity open as well your senses. Do the clarity and with your senses open, you will start to be able to use frequencies. Maybe you have that question, but until now you used only the human frequency. And the human frequency it is limited for most of you to your mind. And the mind frequencies continue to keep you closed. So, the Dragon Council, the Clarity Council, it is about you being able to go beyond the mind and use your divine clarity, your divine senses and frequencies. Ask your dragon about his or her name. You will be present in the Council of Dragons with your dragon name. Your human name will remain for the human life. All of you who will enter through these gates will come forth with their dragon name. Words, the human words, the human communication through words will not be so important in the Dragon Council. The human communication through words is a human communication. In the Dragon Council, we shall start to use frequencies and the real and natural communication in which the human words are not useful, because the human words are limited and continue to keep you in the same game of the mind, in the same game of understanding, of to know something else, something new. The Clarity Council is not the Knowingness Council. You have your Gnost for knowingness. Here, in the Clarity Council, it is about your clarity, your senses and frequencies. Dragon Council is not here for you to know some new stuff, to teach you. I told you, we are not teachers. We are magical and open beings. And in our work with you, it is about to inspire you, to transfer you these frequencies, which have nothing to do with the human mind. At the beginning of your life, before you learned any human language, you were able to use frequencies. In the first year of life, when you never spoke, you were in that state, natural state of communication and using frequencies. Many of you not spoke after the first year, maybe after the second year, because many of you preferred to keep that state, that natural state of using frequencies alive and natural. Each and every one of you at a subconscious level knows about fragrances, about how to use fragrances in order to interact with the entire universe. By using fragrances, you will be able to interact with the animals, with the plants, with the fairies, with the unicorns, with the gnomes, with the elves, with the birds. But you need to be free, to be as open as being able to use fragrances. The human mind fragrancy is like an interference, is like something which closed you from the natural communication, from the natural openness. Now you are mature enough to not blame your human part, but you are also mature enough to have an understanding that there is more. And the magic is this more. The ability to use fragrances is more. In your affirmations, just mental affirmations, I am Merlin. In your heart you want this thing to be true. Our duty is to help you like this affirmation to become true. So, first, contact your dragon, please. Then, have a communication with your dragon and listen his advice if the Council of Dragons is for you or not. Only after your dragon will give you the permission, you can order or you can start your process to become a member of the Dragon Council. All around you are fragrances. The sings of the birds, the wind, the sounds of the wind, the sounds of the waters, the sounds of the forests, of the fire, the music from the air, the voices of the fairies, even the whispers of the fishes. All of these fragrances need your clarity, your dragon clarity, in order to be able to communicate with them. Like mature humans, you learned a lot of languages, some of you, others not. But you still didn't understand the language of the birds, the language of the animals, and the language of the magic realms. Because all of these are not for the mind. And as long as you will consider that being a mind, being mind presence, you are Merlin, we can tell you, you are wrong. In the Council of Dragons, we shall use fragrances. That means in the sessions will not be so many human words, but we shall bring in front of you different fragrances. We told you in one of the sessions, here in working with Merlin energies, you don't need so much your head, but you need your voice, your divine voice. You need to be open to your divine voice and to use it properly. Your soul and your Christic child already knows how to use fragrances and the divine voice. In the Dragon Council will not be curses or something for your curiosity, will be just the true life, a gate open to your true life. It is not for the first time on earth when exists a council like this. In your memories, in your history, there is a remember of the round table. Round table initially was a clarity council. After a while, the humans that night changed the energy of the clarity council because they spoke there too much about the human problems. But the Clarity Council always was a true presence. In some of the civilization, old or even right now present, there are Clarity Councils where is not needed to speak a word, but the ones which are present just allow the clarity to bring the fragrances, to bring the feelings, and then the freedom and sovereignty. Dragon Council, it is an invitation for you to freedom and sovereignty. And freedom is not to do what you want. Freedom is to be able to assume the responsibility of what you are doing. For these sessions will be recorded in this special place in Transylvania. But those of you which have a life in the big cities, you will not be able to listen these sessions in your habitat. It will be necessary when a session occurs to take this with you, with your headphones, and to go somewhere in nature, only by yourself. In the Council of Clarity will not be permitted the interference from the near reliefs, and the near reliefs are very present in the big cities, in the places where there are many humans. The near reliefs are that level of entities which are the most closer to Earth from the astral realms, and they are primitive entities with a lot of instincts, with a lot of bad habits, and you don't need their presence when you listen a session from the Council of Clarity. This will be a factor more. So, in that days when you receive a session from the Council of Clarity, please take it, go into the nature, because of this reason with the near realms, but there is also another reason. In some of these sessions, you will need to use your voice. We shall record the proper frequencies, and then, in order to bring these frequencies into your life, you will need to use your voice to open and to let go that blockages from your divine voice. And for this exercise you will need space. You will need to not be between people. After a while you will understand why, but better said, you will feel. What we saw at you. Many of you still don't feel. You want to feel. You have your senses open. But the patterns of the mind, that routine to be in the mind and to not use your feelings, it is obvious. You are masters, you are divine embodied beings, and the great, the best sensuality and satisfaction in your life is to be able to use your senses, is the ability to feel. Not just 10 minutes per day, to be in that continuous state of feeling. And the Council of Dragons, the Council of Clarity, want to put you in that state with the open senses, with the divine clarity, and with that ability to use frequencies. Here in the Council of Dragons is the real work of Merlin. Because Merlin is not about to be a smart guy or a nice guy or to have many understandings in the mind. Merlin is the ability to use frequencies to go beyond the ordinary human spectrum and to let the magic in. And the first consequence of magic is for you to feel again. deep breath with that, dear friends. Deep breath with that. We cannot be effective and efficient with the Merlin's Ark without this program of discovering the frequencies at work, at discovering the divine clarity and openness and the ability to use your senses. We shall take it easy, very easy, and you will observe what effect can have the using of frequencies in your mind and in your body. We shall make a little openness in using fragrances. And for this reason we shall close a little bit the music. Using your voice will bring forth a lot of energy which are blocked right now. The life of Christian and Daniela will be changed in the next 3 months. The Council of Dragons will start on 15 July with the first session, and the participation at this program will be open on 1st May this year. Dragon's Council. It is the core of the energies. It is that real chance for you to become the Merlins. By using fragrances, your human mind will start to go back. To tranquil, to really allow yourself to be the Merlin. In the Council of Clarity, your dragon will stay near to you. And we shall discover together many fragrances which are forgotten. In order to communicate with fairies, with gnomes, with elves, you need to remember that fragrances. And sometimes that fragrances are not sounds, are energies on higher levels. You will be able to feel the energies, but you will not be able to translate them into human words. This requests a huge openness and a huge level of trust. It is important to bring to you this level of clarity, because otherwise you will remain just with your mind. Merlin life, it is a different type of life, and you already choose a Merlin life. Any being from the nature will understand you, and you will be able to understand them by remembering how to use the fragrances. It is a special task, but is here in service to you. You will be able to use fragrances for healing, for stop winds or storms, and for fun. Why not? For fun. To be aware what a bird say to you. There is a lot of fun in this, a lot of joy in life. And be sure it's not complicated. Can appear complicated because the mind is a complicated tool. So remember your first year, your first 2 years. In that time you were connected with the magic universe, and you used your special abilities in working with fragrances. Also, the bugs, the insects have their fragrances. If you enter on the fragrances of the mosquitoes, they will leave you alone. If you enter on the fragrances of the spiders, they will never stay into your room or into your house. This is the perspective. I know that for the human part can be incredible. But why? All of these things surround you. All of these fragrances surround you. You have your divine senses. and you want to use your divine senses. In the human life, you don't need your divine senses, and for this reason your senses are still closed. In order to use fragrances, you will need to have the senses open. So, also, this sensuality will be part of your life. With that, dear friends, we shall not go so far away, because it is not a session from the Council of the Dragons. It is just a presentation, and we wanted to tell you this program will exist, and it is important also for the other programs of the Merlin Ark. Exactly how they are the monthly sessions or the Merlin's Life series, and we are not in hurry. We are not in hurry, but we are present. And without really express ourselves like Merlins in order to use the fragrances is not the true stuff. So we encourage you to participate. Anyhow, this program will go forth because we want these fragrances to be present on earth. And even without your understanding these fragrances, we'll go to the Merlin's Life level, to the monthly recording levels, and they give an input, they give an impulse to the entire activity. We honor you. We are sure that you will take into consideration our words. And before we closed this session, we shall put again the breath of the dragon. Please have a discussion with your dragon, feel with your heart, and welcome to the Council of Clarity if you allow yourself. We shall put the music and then we shall close the session. Greetings from here and beyond. We are Merlins in service to you.